It's well, first of all, it's not easy. It's you got to recognize that you can't just go and explain to somebody why they're wrong and have them understand that they are wrong and then start believing your way of the world. You've got to start out with establishing good communication, which is based on a number of things, but one of which is just simply talking to them, being able to talk to them. And if you can't talk to this person, why not? Everybody has, especially if it's a friend of yours, everyone has some common ground, some kind of shared values at some level that you can talk about. And so you want to try to find what those shared values are, what the common ground is, and talk about those things. And then you've got to try to understand them. You can't start trying to debunk whatever they're believing if you don't really understand what they believe and why they believe it. What are their motivations? So talk to them about their beliefs. If they believe a particular thing, like say they think the election was stolen, ask them why they believe that particular thing, and try to understand where they're getting their information from, and try to understand why they believe this particular source. And then you can kind of build on that by asking them essentially the questions that you're trying to answer yourself. Ask them to explain why they believe a certain thing. A lot of times people, they don't really think about it because they've been sucked into this black hole of conspiracy theories, and they've been kind of programmed in a way to violently reject any opposition to it. But if you can get them to kind of be more gently introspective and ask, why do you believe this certain thing to be true? And don't be all judgmental about it. Don't say, why do you believe this ridiculous, stupid, insane conspiracy theory? But ask them and tell me about your beliefs and why you believe them. Getting them simply to think about why they believe certain things can be very good at moving the conversation forward. And then when you've kind of established some kind of conversational framework, you can start introducing new information, good information. Because really the reason people get stuck in conspiracy theories is that they have a limited an epistemology and a limited information knowledge system that, which kind of frames their view of the world. And so by introducing more information that's accurate, you're going to give them a better perspective on the world, and eventually they'll hopefully be able to see where they went wrong in some of their other thinking. But you have to do it in a very non-confrontational way, which can be quite difficult. And then kind of finally, it takes a long time. You can't expect it to work straight away. You've got to give it time, let things sink in. If things start getting heated one day, just stop for the day and come back the next day or the next week. But people should have hope, because people do get out of the rabbit hole. But it can take a long time, and you have to tread softly, because if you start getting adversarial, start getting angry with people, or they start getting angry with you, then it's going to throw up roadblocks, and so you want to avoid those roadblocks as much as possible.